Hi everyone, I'm Heidi Lindemann. I'm a therapist at Self-Grounded Therapy, and I'm here to talk today just a little bit about uh, the coronavirus and the unknown world we're in right now, and some anxieties that might be coming up for you. Not only anxiety, but also fear. I think the two are very closely related. And how you can be with your anxious parts, your parts that are afraid, and any other parts of you that are coming up right now in this uncertain time in a way that hopefully will provide a little bit more spaciousness, a little bit more compassion, a little sense of gratitude, maybe caring for yourself, and allowing those parts to relax a little bit so that they don't have to work so hard. Because it's really hard to work so hard with anxiety and that spinning around all the time and trying to fix all these things and trying to control when there's a lot that is out of our control. So I'm going to guide you through a little exercise to help you get in touch with some of your parts, and to know just because I'm guiding you in this particular way, if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Do what's best for you. You can follow my voice or you cannot, whatever you need right now. If you know IFS, internal family systems, and parts language, this will come fairly natural to you. If this is the first time you're hearing of this, know that we all have different parts of ourselves, and that's a very normal thing to have a different parts of yourself, and we all have this capacity inside us, this deep wisdom, this deep knowing of how to actually attune to the parts of ourselves that do get anxious, that do feel overwhelmed, the parts of us that are really afraid, the parts of us that are depressed and don't want to do anything, that there is a wisdom inside of you, that you have that wisdom. It's there. Sometimes we just need a little help to access the wisdom, because once you can access that wisdom and be with any part of yourself, new doors and new creativity is open to you. You have it inside yourself. I fully believe that for each and every one of us. It's there. And right now we just happen to be in a really escalated, heightened space. And this exercise is to help you get in touch with that inner wisdom, that inner knowing, and help attune to what it is that you truly need for you. Because you are important. All of your parts are important, and they're working hard for you. And there's ways where there's things that we can do to be less overcome by our parts and have a sense of knowing we can hold whatever comes up for us emotionally. So I invite you to start. You can keep your eyes open, you can close them. If you keep them open, kind of find a gaze in front of you that's soft, that allows you to tune into what's happening for you. You can close your eyes if that feels safe for you. And when you do that, just take a few deep breaths. Try to breathe all the way down into your belly. I know it can be hard sometimes when we're feeling really anxious. But see if you can expand your breath just a little bit deeper. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just a couple deep, intentional breaths. And then just let your breath return to whatever state feels natural and normal right now. There's no need to focus on your breath. There's no need to control it or change it. Notice yourself sitting or standing. Notice what your body feels like. Notice any sensations. Whatever you're noticing, allow it to be there. It's just for you to notice that it's there. And turn your attention inward. When you focus inside, notice whatever sensations are inside of you. Notice if your heart is racing, your chest is tight, maybe there's pressure in your head, maybe your stomach is upset, maybe your shoulders are really tight, maybe not. Just notice whatever you notice. And take some deep breaths into that space of just noticing an awareness. And know that whatever sensations you're feeling, whatever is there, that's a part of you that's trying to speak to you. So I invite you to find one space, one sensation that feels most important right now. And that might be an anxious sensation. It might be that heartbeat that's really fast, that tightness in your chest, shallow breathing, the anxiety that's around right now. And I want you to let that part of you know that you see that it's there. And tell it whatever sensations you're having. Like, I always see that you're making the heart beat really fast. I see that the chest is tight. Maybe there's other colors with it, or sensations, or images, or thoughts. Just notice that. Allow it to be there. And then ask if that part would be willing to step out. It's almost like that part's going to come stand right in front of you and become whatever image, whatever, if it looks like a person, or if it looks like an animal, or if it looks like an object, whatever shows up is totally okay. It's just the part of you trying to speak and share something with you. Allow it to be there. If there are parts of you that are like, this is weird, judging this, let them know, I see that, and see if you can ask them to step back. Give you a little space so you can be with this part. It's part of you that might be feeling a lot of anxiety. Take a couple deep breaths, expanding so that you can be with this part from a nice, compassionate, curious, connected space. And see how you feel toward it. And if there's anything that's coming in the way of you being fully present with this part, if you're feeling angry at it, or if you feel like you need to control it, or stop it, or judge it, if any of that's coming up, know that those are other parts. They are important. And if they're willing to step back, give you some space, you can attend to this anxiety. You can help it, which will help them. So just see if they'd be willing to shift back, give you space. There might be safe spaces they want to go to, some imaginative space. If there's one that won't do that, then send your attention to that and make that the part that you focus on. Just allow whatever's happening to happen, knowing that whatever's happening right now is exactly what needs to be happening for you. And that these are things that are speaking to you. These are parts of you. They are all so very important. And turning your attention to the anxious one, or to that part that needs your attention. And as you sit with it, see if you can allow curiosity to come in. And from that curious place, extend that to it. Let it know that you're very curious about what's happening for it. And ask it to share with you one thing that's going on for it. One thing that it's holding. One role that it has. What is it trying to do for you? And just allow that part to speak to you, to tell you. It knows what it's holding. It knows what it does for you. See if you can receive it with an open, receptive heart. And when you hear whatever it's telling to you, let it know you heard it. Let it know you understand it. If you don't understand it, let it know what you do understand and ask for some more clarity, if it can be clearer with you, to help you understand what its role is for you, what it's working so hard for you right now. And just breathing into the space, allowing your part to share with you. And when it shares with you, see if you can send it a little bit of gratitude, thanking it for being willing to step out and share with you what it just did. And then I'd like you to ask it if there's anything right now that this part of you needs from you. Sometimes parts need a hug. Sometimes they need to be heard. Sometimes they need your compassion. Sometimes they need to go have a safe space to be in. There's a lot of things that the part might need. See if it can let you know what it needs. And if that's something that you can do, especially if it's something like in your mind where it's like it needs you to hug it, or it needs you to hear these particular words, or it needs you to help it find a safe space to live in. See if you can meet that need. You can do that in your mind. You can imagine a safe space. You can bring it into your home, into your bedroom, wherever feels safe for the part. Maybe there's a particular place in your body it would rather live. And when you found that thing, when it's gotten the needs that it requested from you right now met, thank it, send it some gratitude. Let it know if you really will be back. Only tell it whatever's true, when you might be able to come connect with it. Sometimes parts like to use our bodies, so you might be able, if the part lives in your heart, around your chest, you can say, I'm going to touch my chest, I'm going to hold you right there, I've got you. Maybe it's just a statement of, I see you're really anxious, I've got you, I've got this. I know you don't know what we need to be doing. I know you don't know what the future holds, but I'm right here with you, and we can do this together. Maybe it needs to hear something like that. And send it some gratitude. Thank it. And if there are any other parts that stepped back or shared anything with you, thank them for allowing you to do this work today, allowing you to get to know a part of you a little bit better. And take a few deep breaths as you orient back into your own space. You can open your eyes when you feel ready, acknowledging anything that happened. Come back into your space. Look around, see if there's anywhere that your eyes just need to fall, reorienting to this external world. You might put your feet on the floor and feel what the floor feels like, or feel what the chair that you're sitting on feels like. It's coming back into this world, knowing that you've held your anxiety in a little bit of a different way, and that's something that you can keep going back to and doing again, again, and again. The more you tune into your anxiety, or any part of yourself, the more that you build a relationship with you, with the parts of you, and the more you learn how to attune to yourself and to care for your own needs, even when it feels overwhelming and impossible and hard and scary. You can learn how to hold yourself in a tender, caring, compassionate way. Feel free to listen to it again as many times as you need. And if you want some additional help, some additional guidance, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at selfgroundedtherapy@gmail.com. Feel free to call me at 720-443-1406. And I hope that you are able to be with your parts, to attend to some of your needs, and to tend to the needs of your parts, and navigate this unknown, uncertain world right now in the best way that you know how.